Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic is persuasive essay. In the persuasive essay, you are supposed to convince your readers with some solid arguments. Whatever you say, whatever you suggest in your essay, that should be accepted and followed by the readers. In order to write your essay, you have to follow some steps. Like pre-writing, writing first draft, revising and editing, and then you will write your final draft. When you begin your introductory paragraph, you can follow any one step that I have shared in the previous lecture. Whenever you begin your introductory paragraph, you are supposed to begin your introductory paragraph with a hook to grab the reader's attention. Okay, hook sentence is different from the thesis statement. Okay, in the beginning you will write a hook sentence so that your readers will take attention, your readers will pay attention, and then they will read your full essay. For example, there is a hook statement or hook sentence. Imagine opening your closet to find something to wear to school, and all you can find are khaki pants and white shirts. Does that sound like a nightmare? Well, for many public school students in America, it is a reality. So this is a hook sentence. When you write introductory paragraph, definitely you write a thesis statement, and mostly thesis statement in the introductory paragraph is given at the end of the that paragraph. So you write a thesis statement, and the thesis statement that you write, that should be very clear, concise, easy to understand, easy to follow. For example, in America's schools, students should not be forced to wear uniforms. Once you are done with your introductory paragraph, you will follow at least three supporting paragraphs. Okay, and with every supporting paragraph, there is required that you should write a topic sentence, okay, which is according to your thesis statement. So the difference between topic sentence and thesis statement is topic sentence revolves around a paragraph, and thesis statement is the general, is the broader one. It covers the whole essay. Okay, when you go from one paragraph to another paragraph, it is required that you should use transition words. For example, in addition to, such as, moreover, however, and so on. And whatever you say in your supporting paragraphs, you should give some solid arguments so that the readers will be persuaded. Some examples are given here of your supporting paragraphs. Like first supporting paragraph, for example, first of all, students should not wear uniforms because they take away a student's sense of individuality. Second supporting paragraph can be, not only do uniforms take away individuality, they also prevent students from expressing themselves. And then third supporting paragraph can be, teenagers are at an age where they are trying to establish their identity. In your supporting paragraphs, you are supposed to give specific evidence so that the readers, they will be convinced whatever you want them to do. For example, by taking away students' right to choose what to wear, we also take away the opportunity to express oneself. For example, if a young woman is very interested in becoming a fashion designer, she may begin to take home economics classes and train herself to make clothes and create patterns. she would definitely want to wear her own creations to school. This would allow her to show off her achievements and gauge her peers' responses to her newly created clothes. However, if she were a student who was forced to wear uniforms, she would not be able to express herself in this manner. Finally comes your concluding paragraph. Remember, in your concluding paragraph, you will just restate your thesis statement. You will not write as it is, but you will change the words, but the purpose of that one is the same. For example, in conclusion, in our public schools, students should not be forced to wear uniform. With this, thank you very much. See you next time.